Hello viewers, welcome to my channel. Today I'll show you how to install WordPress on your local system. WordPress is a very popular web framework and it is widely used. To install WordPress on your local system, you need to create a database first, because WordPress runs on a database. So we will create a database first. For that we will go to localhost and create a new database. Let's name it WP test and create the database. Well, now the database is created. Now we will download WordPress. To download WordPress, I have created a folder. The name of the folder is Basic Web. I'm using Linux. Now from inside this folder we can download WordPress. Just write and the source of latest WordPress version, that is the path that is required is wordpress.org/latest.zip, and press enter. It will download the latest version of WordPress. Just take a few minutes, maybe a few seconds. It's downloaded. Now let's go to that folder and unzip it. Here latest.zip is downloaded. We will unzip it here. This is the latest WordPress install setup. Now we have to move it to the root folder where it will run. Let's rename it. Say WP test. Now we have to move this folder to our root folder, which is var www. To move this folder to our root folder, we have to copy it. Let's say sudo cp -r. -r is for the recursive operation, and the path of the WordPress folder that I just downloaded, it's in it's in this folder. Sorry, let me check the content of this folder. well, it's in latest folder. This is the folder path, and now the destination path. We have to give the destination path. It's and press enter. It will take it. It might ask me for the password. Let me check whether the folder has copied perfectly or not. Here you can see at the bottom WP test folder has been copied to the root folder. Now we will run the setup of WordPress to install it on the local system. To do that, we have to go to browser. Let's go to the browser. Here is my browser, and in your browser just type localhost and your WP folders path, that is WP test. Here it is, but we have to do one more thing. We have to give the folder permission to write while I run the setup. To do that, we will just run a command which will give every write to this folder. This is the command sudo chmod -r and then ugo plus rwx and then the folder path. Now if we run the list command again, you see WP test is green now and it has all the permission to write, so we can run the setup now. Here is the first input field we have to give the database name. The name of our database is WP test. Just put the name here, WP test. Username, in my case it's and submit. You may not need this to do, but in my system if the write permission is not perfect, then it says that you cannot create WP config, so I have to paste this. have to create the WP config manually. So let's go to the root folder. Here is our root folder, and in WP config we have to create a file called WP config. Let's create a file called WP config here. We can do it using touch command, but we have to use sudo file is created. Now we can open that file and paste the code there. Let me check where the file is. Here we have the WP config file, so we can edit it like sudo nano wp-config.php. Here we can paste the code. Okay, now Control O, yes, and then Control X to leave the file. Now we can run the installation. You have to give name of the site, that site title. To give an username, I am using a simple name admin, and then password, you can use a simple password like admin. Check this box to use a weak password, but because this is for test. An email address, and discourage, tick this because we are testing, we do not need to any SEO thing. So install WordPress, click on install WordPress. It will install WordPress on your system. It might take a couple of seconds, not much. If you get this error, just refresh the page and submit again. So WordPress is installed and you can log in to WordPress console. Here type in your username and password. Password admin and click on login. Here WordPress is installed on your system. This is a fresh installation. You can see the site, actual site. Just click on view site on a new window. This is it. WordPress is installed on your system. You can edit it as you want. That's all for this video. Thank you.